Welcome back, guys. It's your buy keys. We're going to be looking at top Web3 crypto tokens to buy this year, 2022. Live on CoinMarketCap Alexandria, article by Ivan on crypto basics. We have a table of contents. We'll be looking at these tokens. So you want to take note of them. You can also make a screenshot out of them. So if Web 2.0 was the era of applications, then Web 3.0 is the era of protocols with several different implementations, interfaces of it. So we have already seen different applications are now on checks when centralized power is impinging on the individual user's freedom. So thanks to several applications developing in the Web3 space, it seems most of these applications' power will be reclaimed by individual users. But we would be wrong if we classify all applications of Web 3.0 as merely advocates of individual power. In fact, we'll go as far as to say that Web 3 is an all-encompassing term that propagates a plethora of applications that are a technological improvement to the previous set of applications. And for the sake of this article, we will cover these projects that stand out in this revolution. Note that this isn't an exhaustive list, but merely a guiding one. Expect more additions to the list in the future. So also, please remember that this isn't a financial advice. As with everything crypto, remember to do your own research. So first on the list, we have Chainlink. Chainlink is a necessary revolution in the world of smart contracts and blockchain network. It is a decentralized oracle network that provides the world of external information with that of smart contracts. But why is it necessary? To understand its necessity, let's quickly explore how smart contracts work. In a nutshell, a smart contract can be thought as a dormant organism that gets activated whenever there is an external stimulus. In the context of several blockchain networks, this external stimulus is often sent by an externally owned account (EOA), such as that of a user. So if you were to send some ETH to me, then the smart contract will get activated from your request. Thus, the smart contract is dependent on that external stimulus. Furthermore, we must remember that smart contracts only operate within the blockchain network, that is, they are on-chain. As such, they are unable to interact with the outside world. So thus, if there is a smart contract that gets activated when the price of Tesla stock reaches a certain threshold, it needs to know firsthand when it does. Since it cannot interact with the off-chain world on its own, it needs an intermediary. This intermediary is known as an oracle. Chainlink is one of the most popular oracle networks that helps to bridge the off-chain world to the smart contract. There are several different exchanges in crypto rely on Chainlink decentralized oracles, and hence it is one of the most crucial applications of Web 3.0. Its native coin is known as Link and can be bought on most exchanges. So this is a chart of Chainlink. Next on the list we have Filecoin. Filecoin is a decentralized storage platform where miners help store users' data. In return, they are rewarded in the native token, cryptocurrency of the network, Field token. Users can easily share their own storage space, become miners, and help fellow users store their data. The miners also asked to provide proofs that they are storing the files correctly, and that is why they are known as miners. The Firecoin is yet another crucial project in the Web3 space, as this central model does not operate on a centralized entity storing all the users' files and then charging it for it. Its peer-to-peer nature of storing data is in contrast to the data storage applications that are in existence today. This creates a certain level of freedom for users as your files are stored in locations where if the miners makes any mistake, they risk losing participation and hence mining rewards in the network. The ease with which users can become miners is also noteworthy. Any user who has additional space on their device can simply become a miner. So Filecoin is a crucial pillar of Web 3.0 as questions around centralized data storage service providers are only increasing. So their native cryptocurrency, Field token, has seen some incredible price action since the protocol was first launched. There is a price movement chart for Field token. The Tether network. Tether network is a decentralized video delivery network that leverages blockchain technology to help relay video-based content across the entire world. So through the network, users can consume content and earn rewards if they help relate it to other users. So any user who wishes to leverage their available bandwidth to relay video-based information can become a participant in the network. Tether network utilizes its own blockchain network known as Tether blockchain, which has purpose-built for relaying video-based information. Launched in March 2019, the blockchain network follows a unique multi-bet (BFT) consensus design. It consists of 20 to 30 enterprise validator nodes along with dedicated community of guardian nodes that number in the unknown thousands. So while the model looks centralized from the surface, the presence of guardian nodes who act as checkers of malicious activity on the network helps keep the overall network decentralized. The Theta 2 is a crucial project in the Web 3.0 space as it helps replace centralized content delivery networks and replaces them with decentralized ones. So by letting everyday users participate in the content delivery process, it is creating a much stronger and immutable network. Thus, whichever area of the world you are in, if you have access to a server of Theta, then you can easily have access to your favorite video-based content. There are two tokens that help power the Theta network. The native Theta token is the governance token of the protocol and is also used for staking as validator and all guardian nodes. The supply has been fixed at 1 billion tokens. Theta 4 is the token that acts as a mode of payment across the network. So whenever a node helps relay content across, they are paid in T4. We also have Helium. Helium is a novel decentralized wireless network that helps users wirelessly connect to the internet without having to rely on satellite-based services or using data plans. The network runs on its own blockchain and has core entities, coverage providers, and coverage consumers. The network is aiming to decentralize how the internet is relayed across various geographical locations. Thus, different core components that help set the network apart. We will only look at two of these components below. The decentralized wireless network (DWN). Through the DWN, users get access to the internet through the help of independent miners. The miners are the primary source of content for independent devices that want to access information on the internet. In return, they are rewarded with the network's token. The proof of coverage. The network follows non-computationally intensive mining that helps miners provide proof that they are providing wireless internet access to devices. This novel consensus mechanism helps the network run efficiently and helps miners provide independent devices with the internet. In an era where centralized internet service providers are controlling how the internet is accessed, the Helium network provides a novel solution that aims to prevent that centralization in the first place. In that sense, it is one of the most crucial projects that is today a part of Web3. Its native token HNT has had incredible price action since it was first launched. We also have the Graph token here. The Graph is a software that helps solve a key problem that exists for blockchains today, that of data aggregation. If you wish to retrieve and aggregate data about any tab on any network, you need to spend hours collecting that data manually. However, with the graph, we can easily acquire complex data without transactions, user dApps, which would otherwise be too difficult to aggregate. So let's understand this through an example. Let's say you have a favorite NFT project on Ethereum that you would like to know how it has been performing for a particular address. Let's say you want to know that what that contract activity has been over the past few months. In this case, you will have to manually check every time there was a transaction initiated by the contract. With the graph GRT token, this can easily be achieved by simply running a query and retrieving data on-chain. This will shave hours of effort and time that you would otherwise have to spend in acquiring data in the first place. Graphtos helps in creating a much efficient process of retrieving on-chain data. All applications that want to retrieve on-chain data use GraphQL to query APIs called subgraphs, which further helps in retrieving the data that is indexed on the network itself. On-chain data is crucial for several different applications and even investors. If you are looking for something specific, while there are several tools that help provide this data, most of them are subscription based. The graph, on the other hand, is a decentralized network that can be used by anyone who has the technical knowledge of running the query. Its native token is GROT. Also have Bittorrent. The Bittorrent protocol is the official decentralized protocol of Bittorrent Incorporated that enables users to share files amongst themselves without having to rely on a trusted intermediary. The Bittorrent was first founded in 2001 by Bram Cohen, whose objective while creating the platform was to facilitate trustless peer-to-peer file transfer without relying on any centralized intermediary. This peer-to-peer transmission of information is often facilitated by the available bandwidth of the very peers that want to facilitate any type of exchange. Tron Foundation brought BitTorrent a couple of years ago. It helped create the BTT token of the network, which is used as a means of transferring value for the all-paid services on the network. The token has massively helped in providing incentives to people to share files amongst themselves and peers, and also reduce slow download speed. The coin is often exchanged between users who wish to download a file over the network and those who wish to share it. The token has also helped in creating proliferating network of users that are now using the underlying protocol to constantly access files stored on the internet. It is a crucial project for Web 3.0 as it helps to build on the solution that BitTorrent initially provided when it was launched. You want to check out BAT token, Basic Attention token. Is a native token that is used for privacy focused browser brief. The token is an ERC20 token. It was created on Ethereum, while the white paper of the token was released in 2018. The Brave browser defined it as a utility token that is based on Ethereum and is used as a unit of account between advertisers, publishers, and users in a blockchain-based digital advertising platform. The BAT has been created with the objective of revolutionizing the advertising space by helping users avoid the inundation of advertisement that they are often subjected to these days. Brave is quite a popular browser with many crypto users as it is focused on privacy and helps block trackers and cookies. Any private data of the user, such as how much time they spend on the website, is stored only on their device, and Brave does not have unchecked access to it. This helps provide a privacy-focused experience for the user. Brave is a leading step ahead in terms of enhancing privacy for their users, helps create a space for themselves where their data and personal information is not being tracked and misused. As such, it is a crucial project in the Web 3.0. However, the issue of centralized institution having unchecked control over users' data and private information is an issue that several protocols are solving. Weave is one of them. At the leading edge of data decentralization and information preservation is Weave is a decentralized storage network that helps people use the disk space on fellow users' devices to store their data. This helps in permanent data storage while ensuring that there is no single point of failure. The protocol runs on its own decentralized architecture called the block weave. It is further comprised of what is known as permaweb, which is a collection of data and apps and that help create a whole decentralized web that can be accessed through your browser. Protocol is supported by the Arweave token, which is used to reward miners and pay for all transaction fees. If any user wishes to store their data in the protocol, they are required to pay for the transaction fees in the ARO token. So when the protocol was first launched, 55 million tokens were issued and an additional 11 million were issued as part of mining rewards. Long-term volatility of the token is controlled by what is known as endowment. When the user pays the transaction fees, a part of it goes to the miner. and interest accrues on these miners are paid over time, ensuring that the volatility is significantly reduced. Next on the list is Firecoin. Firecoin is another Web 3.0 protocol that helps decentralize the data storage mechanism. The protocol aims to give users absolute control over their data storage so they do not have to rely on another centralized intermediary to store it. The protocol has coined its own version of how this control over data storage looks like for users. So your keys, your data. The CR protocol also leverages existing data storage across the world and helps the users store their data. There are two primary entities on the network, renters and hosts. Renters, all users who upload the files are renters, while a user uploads their data to the network, is placed into many parts, and is distributed across the worldwide network. When they successfully upload it, they can access it anytime, thanks to the many copies that the network makes of them. Say host, these are the ones that store their data. They don't have full access to your data and all files because they are encrypted. These hosters are the ones who provide excessive storage on their devices where renters can easily store their data. They are rewarded in the native SC tokens. While the share coins can be used for multiple purposes, their primary objective is to serve as utility tokens for the network. So whenever a renter wants to upload their files to the network, they must pay the hosters in CR tokens. So we have LivePeer here. LivePeer is a decentralized video streaming network protocol that helps transmit video-based content across the network. It is a crucial live media player in the Web 3.0 stack and a significant project of the Web 3.0 protocol offers what is known as platform as a service pass for organizations that want to offer video content to their users. Protocol runs on the Ethereum network for video transcoding, a process that helps change the formats of the video as per available bandwidth of the user. So the protocol aims live streaming to reduce costs of involved in live streaming and more. So the native token LPT is used for operational purposes on the protocol. Prevailing streaming business model is not cost effective as various service providers often charge exorbitant amount. So guys, that's all we have on top Web3 crypto tokens today. Hope you've learned a lot. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. Akahilz. Stay safe and one love, guys.